Hey, welcome to Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar. On today's show, we're going to do the classic Halekulani. Boy, that's really fun to say. Not exactly easy, but it's fun to say. Tiki drink cocktail. This comes from all the way from the House Without a Key in the Halekulani Resort in Hawaii. But before we get to that, make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and hit that notify bell so you're the first to know when we upload new content to this channel. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Did you hit that subscribe button while we were away? Today, on today's show, we're going to talk about the Halekulani. It's as tasty as it is fun to say. Now, you're going to need a few ingredients before we get started. So let's go ahead and pillage the fridge. And we're going to need bourbon, we're going to need pineapple juice, orange juice, lemon juice, and a special simple syrup, which we'll talk about in just a few minutes. So while you go pillage the fridge, we'll be right back.
Hey mateys, it's time to learn to talk like a pirate.
Hi there, mateys. In this episode of Talk Like a Pirate, we're going to talk about Motley Crue. We're not talking about that rock band. We're talking about the original meaning of a Motley Crue. When you were referred to as Motley, it was a reference to the different kinds of clothing that you would have gotten as a pirate. And pirates were anything but uniform, because usually they just pilfered or stole the clothing that they had. They didn't have many clothes, but what they had was usually stolen. So there might have been bright colors, there might have been dull colors, it's just depending on what you could grab at a moment. So in Pat Croce's book, The Pirate Handbook, the more fierce that you looked, the less chance there was of fighting. In the case of Blackbeard, you probably have heard of Blackbeard, but he would take his straggly beard and tie little ribbons into little braids and put slow burning cannon fuses in them, so when he would light them, they would just smoke. And that would instill fear to any crew, to almost to the point where sometimes there wouldn't even be a battle. So that's your Talk Like a Pirate segment today, and make sure that you're not part of the Motley Crue. Now, we talked about the simple syrup. Now, the simple syrup is just typically just sugar and water and boiled till it's clear. But we wanted a little extra complexity for this drink because it is a classic. We wanted to add a little bit of spice to it. So what we did is we took 1 cup of brown sugar, and we took 1 cup of water, and we added a teaspoon of cinnamon and a ½ teaspoon of nutmeg. This will give it a little bit of extra spice to go with that whiskey base. So, and when you make it, it'll just keep in the fridge for several weeks. So you just keep it in an airtight container and just dole it out as you serve up these delicious, tasty drinks. So let's get to mixing. But before we do that, we always have the pirate joke of the day. Ahoy there, Bootleg Minnie. It's time for pirate joke of the day.
Oh, let's hear it.
Why are us pirates always so healthy?
I don't know. Why are pirates always so healthy?
Because we get plenty of vitamin C.
I'll drink to that.
Back to the show. All right, we've waited long enough. Let's get to mixing. We're going to add in some agitator cubes into our mixology and craft mixing tin. It looks great. You see it on my shows all the time, and it really holds up well here at Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar. So just add in a few cubes just to shake things down. So, like I said, there are some different juices like with this. So think of this as like a whiskey daiquiri that has some different fruit flavors to it. It's a little twist on a classic daiquiri. If you've looked at some of our other videos, you know what I'm talking about. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add in 3 ounces of bourbon. Okay, now this can can be served up in a chilled coupe glass. And if you decide to do that, this actually makes 2 drinks. But if you're deciding to put it in a single tiki mug like we're going to do here shortly, you know, just gauge yourself accordingly. Alrighty. Now we added in our whiskey. The first thing we're going to add in is 1 ounce of pineapple juice. Now, you know that I like fresh squeeze, but sometimes squeezing a pineapple is not practical. So today we're using the can. Add in 1 ounce of pineapple juice. Now we pre-squeeze our juices here at bourbonbillspiratebar. So we have 1 ounce of fresh lemon juice, 1 ounce of orange juice. Throw that right into the mix. And then see, look at that lovely dark color with the brown sugar and water mixture for the simple syrup. And we added in the cinnamon and the nutmeg. So throw that right in. And we're going to give that a good slap and give it a good shake. Shake it like a freezing pirate. You can feel that condensation starting to fill up on that tin, so you know it is just about ready. All right, so for today, we're going to pour a little heavy. And I just wanted to break in here for just a second. I had a blast at Bourbon Bill's Tiki Escape. We had a Tiki convention here in Jacksonville on May 25th, and I actually did a little drink demo with 3 different whiskey-based tiki drinks, and that's going to be the upcoming series. This one is the Halekulani, which is really fun to say, and then we did this little demo at the show.
Hey, aloha everybody. Is anybody get ready to do a little day drinking?
Yay!
Okay, let's see what we can do.
All right, and if you didn't have a chance, we also had our custom tiki mugs from that day. We still have a few left, just a very few left. We have them in the teal color and also in the stone color, the rock color. So we're going to go ahead and fill that tiki mug all the way up to the top. It's going to take just about all of my ice, which is a good thing, and make it nice and cold and be a delight to drink for a while. This is definitely not a chugger. All right, so we're going to take that mix that we had and we're just going to pour that right in. Now, I have to say, this one is one of the prettier tiki cocktails, but truth be told, a lot of the tiki drinks have so many ingredients, they're not the prettiest in color like a blue Hawaiian or a blue Hawaii. So, you know, these delightful tiki mugs, you know, whatever style that you have, you know, kind of hides. Some of them come out kind of a muddy brown, but this one's actually a pretty color. So what tiki drink would be complete without the appropriate garnish? So coming from Hawaii, oh, and I failed to mention a little bit about the history of this particular drink. Now, this comes from the famous Halekulani Resort in the House Without a Key bar. I think I found the key. There are 2 stories about how this drink came to be. There's one that says that Harry Yee in the 1950s invented this drink. I'm not so sure. I think this comes back much earlier. I saw a couple other references that said that this came along in the 1930s, and I'm inclined to believe that's the case. And at the House Without a Key, they've been enjoying it for decades, regardless of exactly when it was done. So we just add on our pineapple wedge, our brandied cherry, and the ever popular a little umbrella on the drink. And that's all there's to it. Oh, forgot one last thing. Our paper straw, we can add that in as well. So, you know, be conscious there, planet conscious. So that's it for the Halekulani. Check out our upcoming videos. We have some more in a series on whiskey-based tiki drinks. Now you can interchange rum with this. Put it down in the comments and let me know try it both ways with a basic bourbon or a whiskey, and then try it with the rum and tell me which one you like better. That's it for today. This is Bourbon Bill with Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar. Be responsible. I'm going to go enjoy this drink. You have a blast. I know I did. We'll see you soon, and cheers.